Today I am going to discuss about Old English period, or we can say that Anglo-Saxon period has two names, which were Old English and Anglo-Saxon. This period starts from 450 and ends on 1066. We will discuss about its major poets, major prose writers, its characteristics, its major dialects, and many more. First of all, we will discuss about its dialects. There were four major dialects in this age: Mercian or Midland, Northumbrian, Kentish, and West Saxon. There were four dialects in this period. First one Mercian or Midland, second one Northumbrian, third one Kentish, and fourth one West Saxon. Mercian and Northumbrian collectively referred as Anglian. Next topic is, where did the Anglo-Saxon come from? These people were mix of tribes from Germany, Denmark, and Netherlands. Their biggest tribes were the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes. We can say that these people came from Germany, Denmark, and neither these people were living in tribes. Our next topic is major poets. Major poets of Old English period. There are 12 poets who are known by name from this age, but only 4 of those are known by their works. These 4 are as under. We can say that only 4 poets are known by their works from this era, this age: Caedmon, Paddy, Alfred the King, Cynewulf. Caedmon is considered as father of Old English poetry. His only remaining poem is Hymn, which is consisted of 9 lines. It is also the oldest surviving text in English. So, these are two objective questions. Father of Old English poetry. Who were he? Caedmon. Oldest surviving text. Which one? Caedmon's Hymn. Our next topic is important works of Old English period. Beowulf, Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, Frank's Casket, Caedmon's Hymn. These are the important works of Anglo-Saxon period. Caedmon, earliest English poet known by name. His poem Caedmon's Hymn is the earliest surviving English hymn. Our next topic is Beowulf. It is the longest and the most important poem of Old English period. It has 3182 lines. This is very important poem in this era. It tells the story of legendary hero Beowulf, who is the title character. The story is set in Scandinavia, in Denmark and Sweden. We can say that the setting of the story is Scandinavia, I mean Denmark and Sweden. The story is biographical and set ground for rest of the Old English poetry. This poem was very important because the poet after this era, the poet after the age of Beowulf's time, they wrote according to the Beowulf's sketch. This was the roadmap for other poets. It has achieved national epic status. It was not a common thing. It was a great thing that this poem was considered as national. Our next topic is father of English history. This is an objective question, and this is also asked in short answer question. Saint Betty is called as father of English history due to his work Ecclesiastical History of the English People. Saint Betty is also called Betty the Venerable or Venerable Betty. Our next topic is nature of Anglo-Saxon literature. So it is very important literature was produced in that era. In Anglo-Saxon period, the nature of literature was religious poems, war, adventure, heroism, knighthood. These were the common grounds on which the literature was produced. Our next topic is Old English prose. It was also an important topic about this age. Old English prose is much greater than the amount of poetry. Old English prose first appeared in 9th century. Before this, poetry was its peak. In the prose of this age, sermons and translations are included. Sermons and translations were most important works in this age because that time there were no novels and no dramas, so only sermons, translations, some medical works, some legal documents were written in prose. King Alfred is widely famous as prose writer of this age. He translated many Latin works into English. Another important and prolific prose writer of this age was Alfred of Ancient. He was the writer of sermons. As we already discussed, that sermons was the important documents for that period. He also wrote a number of saints' lives. He also threw light on the lives of saints. He translated first 6 books of the Bible. Anglo-Saxon Chronicle was probably started in the time of King Alfred and continued over 300 years as the record of Anglo-Saxon history. Anglo-Saxon chronicles were also a, were also an important documents which were written in prose. There are also many interesting medical works and legal texts of this age are also existed. So when we talk about Old English prose, there were no dramas, no novel, only poetry and prose works are included, which were translations either from Latin, Greek, or from translation of the Bible, or sermons, or legal documents, or medical works, etc. Our next topic is who was the pioneer of Anglo-Saxon prose. It is also important that who was pioneer of Anglo-Saxon prose. King Alfred, the king of Wessex, was the pioneer of Anglo-Saxon prose. He paved the way for others to write prose. He translated many important works into English language as ecclesiastical history of the Angles, the pastoral rule of Gregory the Great, the consolation of Boethius. He is known as father of English prose. So, who is the father of English prose? King Alfred worked a lot to promote prose in Old English period. Our next topic is Anglo-Saxon poetry. We already discussed about some poems. Poetry was very important in this era. They wrote poetry mostly about war, adventures, and religion. Poetry of this age can be classified as elegies, epic poetry, Anglo-Saxon ballad literature, the riddles, Anglo-Saxon. These were the types of poetry which were used in Old English literature. Our next topic is important poetic works of this age are here are some names of some important poetic works: Beowulf, Widsith, Tears Lament, the Wanderer, the Seafarer, the Husband's Message. These are the important poetic works of Anglo-Saxon period. If you don't mind, don't forget to subscribe and share our channel so that you can get further videos uploaded by me. And ends on 10:16 Midland.